Mukam karoti vachalam pankam lirghedi yatkripatamaham vande paramanandamādhavam. Karma-yoga sloka sangraha. Manīṣiṇaḥ, during his lifetime, to impress upon the life workers the importance of Karma Yoga, he had insisted that the workers every day read some of the important ideas expressed by Sri Krishna in Karma Yoga. These are not confined to any one particular chapter. He had picked up slokas from different chapters and made it into a sort of japamala. We can go on thinking of this and make the minor adjustments in our effective understanding of and practice of Karma Yoga. So in that, the very first stanza after the prayer sloka, Karmajaṁ buddhi-yuktā phalam tyaktvā Manīṣiṇaḥ Janma-bandha-vinirmuktāḥ Padam gacchanty-anāmayam. Sometimes I feel this one stanza contains all the important aspects of Karma Yoga. See, the last pada, Padam gacchanty-anāmayam. The goal in life is to manifest the divinity by controlling nature, internal and external, as Swamiji says. According to our Hindu Sanatana Dharma tradition, man stands at the very peak of evolution. And what is his next step? When he beautifully, effectively completes his human life, it should take him to that supreme abode. Anāmayam. Anāmayam Padam. There is no comparison. There is no further thing beyond that. So that should be the goal in life. So, ordinary human beings who are always engaged in work, some activity or other, who don't have much of time to contemplate and intellectual discussions, for them, can't Karma Yoga be an effective pathway to getting this Anāmayam Padam? It is, that is what this sloka indicates. If you know how to do karma in a proper way, if we are able to execute our activities in a proper way, even through this path of Karma Yoga, you can move on to that Anāmayam Padam. How? First, we have to understand Karmajam Karmatil ninna endakyo, the minute you start doing karma, it produces something. When you light the Agni, immediately we will get light and heat. In the same way, the minute you do any karma, that karma immediately releases its effect. Some vasana is contained in that. Some effect is there. And it tempts you to think that you are the doer. It tempts you to think that I want a good result. It tempts you to think that I shall do this work according to my like. So, 3 possibilities of spoiling the work is there. 1, I am the doer. 2, my ideas should be executed. And thirdly, what will I get out of this work? So you can't escape it. So the minute you do the karma, these 3 will enfold you. And then your progress becomes retarded. So when you have taken Karma Yoga as a nishtha, as a Kendra life worker, you have to understand the intricacies of this karma, its execution, its result, etc., etc. So that is why such an elaborate study of Karma Yoga slokas from the Bhagavad Gita are made into a garland, and we are supposed to repeat it every day and, if possible, meditate upon it. So, a little bit of meditations which I have been doing, I thought I will share with you all. That is how this study is taken up. So, in this particular stanza, the important thing is, our goal in life is to reach that Anāmayam Padam, that ultimate source of moksha, as we say it. No? But then what happens? Whole life I have to do work. And when I do the work, it will release its own effect. So, what is it that we can do? Manīṣiṇaḥ. Those of us who use our brain and live a human life, not a casual laborer who is concerned only with his wages, or a person who is interested only in his happiness. No. We are different. We use our brain to analyze our life so that we will get Anāmayam Padam Gachchanti. Appo Karmajam, the most important thing that comes out of karma is it phalam. Phalam tyaktvā. When you do a work, the first thought is, what will I get out of it? What will I get out of it? When I take a lottery ticket, I'm concerned about the lottery gain will I get. So, we have to remove that anxiety for the fruit of action. How? Buddhi-yuktāḥ. Using our intelligence. Using our intelligence means, what is the quality of intelligence? Intelligence has knowledge in it. So when you say buddhi-yuktāḥ, making use of our intelligent knowledge, you have to purify the karma. Because Janma-bandha-vinirmuktāḥ. And unfortunately, this karma bandhanas are not only from this life. That is the tragedy of it. We have been carrying it along. Janma-bandha, through many janmas we had been bringing it. So we have to wash it away. We have to get ourselves out of that bandha. Then only we can move forward. So for that, I think it is in the 4th chapter, no? Karma, jnana, sannyasa. Buddhi-yuktāḥ, using the knowledge you have accumulated. The knowledge which you have made your own, not a bookish knowledge, a knowledge of which you have thought over, meditated upon, and made practical in your life. You have to make use of that knowledge to get out of this Janma-bandha-vinirmuktāḥ. What is it sticking on to this Janma-bandha? Karmajaṁ. Through all the works which I have been doing, the results of that, sometimes we have enjoyed, sometimes we have not been able to enjoy it. Anyway, they are all accumulated. Maybe this is the prarabdha which every jiva is carrying. So we have to get rid of this great bondage of prarabdha through karma. It is possible. That is the genius of the Indian rishis. They have contemplated upon it. What is it that makes karma stick to you? What makes the karma leave its impress on you? So they have analyzed it and come out with the idea, because we are so much concerned about 3 aspects of karma. That I am the doer, my will be done, and I am the result. So it is a sort of a peculiar triangle. I, my mind. I, the doer, ahambhava. My will shall be executed. That is self-imposition. And what will I get? So this is a whole life's attempt. This one sloka, if we are able to fully analyze and incorporate in our day-to-day work, that itself will be a great gain. That will be taking us to the Karma-yoga-nishtha. So this particular stanza, it summarizes actually. It tells you Anāmayam Padam is your goal. It tells you Janma-bandha-vinirmuktāḥ you have to become, and that is possible only Karmajam, Phalam, tyaktvā. So all are contained in this very first stanza. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Analyze it and learn to detach ourselves from this Karmajam, Phalam. So that is the first stanza, impresses upon us to think well before you act. You take up some activities, you take up some, it may be service, it may be any activities. When you take up, check that these 3 are just like a person getting into a vehicle, check up whether there is petrol is there, whether the dynamo is working properly, when the wheels are aligned, wheel alignment is correct or not. In the same way, when we undertake any work, check up. No, I am not the doer, it's God's work. I am not imposing my will on anybody. It has been the will of Sri Krishna or the will of our organization. I have no part in it, and I am not concerned about the result of it, which we are concerned with the result. Don't think that we will do it without concerning that result which is beneficial to the society. Atmano mokshartam jagat-hitāya. That result is our aim. But I will not be spoiled by that result. That result which automatically I must work for that result. But that result is not mine. I am not going to claim that result so that I will get name and fame or anything like that. So it is almost like a bud blossoming into the flower. The bud has to blossom into the flower, and when the flower comes, it will naturally be, there will be fragrance and honey and things like that. But the flower is not concerned. It is for lokahita. That's sort of a bud opening up into a flower. That sort of a mentality. Every day when we get up in the morning and start our work, that is how we will have to pray. Let me have a lot of work, but give us the mentality by which that I, mine, etc. will not be in that. So for that only, this Karma Yoga Sloka Sangrahas are repeated every day. Maybe on some particular day, one particular phrase will enter into our mind and give us some new ideas or new approach or new understanding. Sometimes it may go on like a routine repetition. But anyway, during our long journey as a life worker, somehow or other, at some point or other, we will get a chance to analyze this and derive from it.